Hi Leo, welcome to Virgo season, September, and I wonder, now that Leo season is gone, if A, you have a little bit of empty nest syndrome with all that activity going on in your house suddenly out of the house, and you're thinking, where'd everybody go? But also, because it's Virgo season, and Virgo season always illuminates this for you, how valued do you feel? Because with Uranus being in Taurus, and it's still Leo season in your hearts, I get this, but the sun has this vitality, this energy about it that is just so warm and so radiating that whenever Leo season leaves, a lot of the time there can be this kind of coolness comes with it. With the Sun card, the need to be free and engaging with good times, the need to be free and happy. I mean, it is your major arcana. The need is still strong here. But going back to what I was saying, now that we're in Virgo season, okay. I mean, I want to give you the bits that make you think and give you the bits that are like, you know, there are some things that you need to be aware of in Virgo season, but okay. Okay, Leo, the Sun and the Ten of Cups, right? Leo season was actually pretty good to you. And if you're not feeling that way, because, you know, we all have very individual charts, we all have very individual experiences. If you're not feeling like things have been as good to you in Leo season as you wanted them to be, they're on their way. Good things are coming. With the Sun and the Ten of Cups, it feels as though there is an energy that you've created whereby you're experiencing intense satisfaction. For some of you, it's coming back to your own self-confidence. Jupiter moved direct in your 5th house, your playful house, your fun house. So, of course, the Sun being there is no surprise. And that energy is still going to be there in Virgo season. But what I keep trying to say is that you need to make sure that all your positive Sun energy, all the wonderful things that you radiate, all the wonderful gifts that you give are being appreciated where you work. They're being appreciated in your relationships. And they're being appreciated by the people that you are giving the most to. So there's this interesting perception of Leos that they're so, Seven of Swords. Okay, yes, this makes sense. So the people that are taking from you when you're giving to them, that is exactly what we're trying to get at. You have this beautiful Sun energy, and it would be a shame if people were taking away from that, or people were just taking from it whenever you're giving so much and they're giving so little. The thing is, Leo, and I don't want those cards to alarm you because they're actually falling in a place of this reading that is more to do with past energies. So with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, most Leos have had that moment, at least most watching this, have had that experience, be it recently, be it in the past, where people have taken without you noticing, and then you felt very much that you've been left with nothing. And that's the problem with the Sun energy. It can be blinding. So be wary of people giving you everything that you want to hear and doing nothing about it. Just be mindful of that because it's obviously happened before. 6 of Pentacles, this is to do with giving and taking. You need to surround yourself with people that will be there when your sun's not shining. You know, you need to be there with people that will be there through your darkest night, Leo. Because every Leo, even though they're ruled by the sun, you will have dark days. The Ten of Swords is a great picture of that. There's the darkness, but the sun is still coming up. Or setting, depending on your view of the Ten of Swords. I always think that it's the sun coming up. I think it's a beacon of hope. And even if the sun were setting, you know it will rise. So even if you're afraid of the same thing happening to you again, it is not necessarily a given. But Virgo season is a wonderful time to see how appreciated you are, because it's very practical, it's very giving, it's very based on service. So you will know, okay, 5 of Cups. You are worried about that. You are worried about people leaving. You are worried about losing out or something. But from what I always feel the 5 of Cups is, it is sort of being aware of it so you don't get sucked into that pity party when it comes around, you know, because the 2 of Cups is still there, still standing. It's just that he won't turn around, and the reason he won't turn around is because he has seen the cups spill. So he doesn't necessarily believe that in the midst of the drama, in the midst of the sorrow, that things are going to come around again, but in reality they're actually already picking up. So if you're afraid of the same thing repeating itself, make sure that you are focusing in your life on what is working, because if something doesn't seem to be working, you know, we have this need to try and fix it, but not everything can be fixed. And Virgo season is indeed known as a time of pleasing people. It is a time of being methodical, practical, that kind of thing. But Virgos also have a very, very high dosage of sense. And trying to flog a dead horse or trying to fix something that cannot be fixed doesn't make much sense. Or trying to, in other words, and most likely, trying to control the outcome of a situation that you can't possibly preempt and you can't possibly control. 5 of Wands. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the astrology. The reason the 5 of Wands has come up in your offering is because you're fighting for your place at the table. You're fighting for your rewards. You're fighting for recognition, which is fine. Strength card. The people around you. There's definitely in your life, Leo, for many of you, at least one calming influence who's very, very understanding and very patient with you. When you go into your roasting mode, there's people around you that are challenging you by undercutting you, and you will roast them eventually. That full moon in Pisces is going to make you very, very, very intense. It is on the 14th of September. Ace of Cups. Overflowing of emotion. That can be any kind of emotion. The point is, it's an overflow. You are going to feel a lot around that Pisces full moon. It is, for you, this 8th house activity. It is your closest, deepest bonds. It is your most possessive feelings. It is your most jealous feelings. It's Scorpiophonic energy. And as a Leo, there's a lot of pinging with the Scorpio energy that you get. But there's also a lot of clashing. So whenever the full moon is in Pisces, you're going to feel incredibly intense, yet incredibly confused about it, is what I'm saying. Because you're not always going to see where your motivations lie in your outbursts. But I can see where they lie. I can see that they lie from not feeling appreciated, from not feeling like you're getting your spot at the table, like not feeling as though someone's spending enough time with you, not feeling like someone's noticing you enough. You would be surprised, Leo, at just how much even the people that are really frustrating you actually are thinking of you. You would be surprised. The people that are upsetting you the most are thinking about you a lot. The people that are triggering you... 2 of Cups. Outcome card. Hallelujah. Beautiful. Love. Partnership. Harmony. Cooperation. As we move into Libra season, which is so beautiful to have the 2 of Cups as that point. When we shift from Virgo season into Libra season, you're going to see just how much you actually are valued, or just how many people are willing to step up and meet you and see you for who you are and what you're worth. The problem with Virgo season, Leo, is that when you're feeling challenged, it is because you're worried that you're not being valued. When you fight with somebody this month, consider if it's because you're actually annoyed at the very thing that they're putting forward, or if it's because it's making you feel undervalued. And if it's making you feel undervalued, ask yourself if it's possible that you are undervaluing yourself first. And possibly not everyone else around you is. Perhaps there's been miscommunication and the lines only had to open. Saturn finally goes direct on the 18th in your 6th house of work. Okay? So if you're feeling some sort of trial and tribulation within your work environment, within the people that you interact with on a daily basis, with your routine, with your health, if you're feeling some sort of energy blockages, Saturn is very, very, very good at making us aware of where our energy blockages are personally. So things like Reiki healing to get the channels moving would do very well for you as we're leading up to Saturn being going direct in your health zone. So any lingering feelings, any niggling feelings in your body are really worth listening to leading up to Saturn going direct, and really worth looking at ways to release yourself from that sort of tension, from that sort of pain. What's actually kind of crazy about this reading, Leo, is that in 2 cards we actually have the presence of the 2 of Cups, because in the 5 of Cups, which is quite a lot of how you feel during Virgo season, where you're worried you're not being appreciated, where you're worried you're not being valued, you're worried that nobody's ever going to find you, nobody's ever going to love you, or this person's not paying you enough attention. This 2 of Cups is actually there the whole time. And even if it's not a relationship, maybe it's loving what you do and seeing that there are different forms of love in the world, be it friendship, be it family. It is basically somebody who meets you for who you are. And if you're struggling in your relationships in general, if you're struggling, and I sense, by the way, that this is a lot of projection. This is a lot of what you're feeling inside is manifesting externally for you. And I think for many Leos, it comes from this 10 of Swords moment is being flagged up to you. Because Saturn has been connecting with the North and South node. And the North node is, of course, in Cancer, which for you is triggering all these fears and psychological yearnings that you don't always know how to interpret. That's kind of the 12th house. It's very hidden. It's very covert. And as well as that, the Pisces full moon on the 14th is going to make you feel so emotionally intense. I feel very much as, with 14, 4 and 1 is 5, reduces to a 5 of Cups. I feel that the Pisces full moon is going to show you just where your emotional fears and anxieties lie, I suppose. And the Ace of Cups tells me that they're going to be bubbling over. But you would be surprised, Leo, just who comes through for you when you're having a bit of a wobble. Now, another thing, and we'll get more into this in the extended, because there's a lot of characters here. There's water signs. There's another Leo for many people. A lot of water and air signs. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But we'll go more into the individual signs in the extended. 8th house full moons can be really, really, really romantic, and they can be really, really lustful. And that's the kind of vibe you get with the Strength card, the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups. It can be a really, really important connection comes to light. And for many of you, which is the main thing for those of you that are single, there could be a secret attraction comes out around the full moon in Pisces. That could be a bit of a soul connection. There could be a really intense, wonderful attraction, a wonderful connection. For a lot of Leos, Jupiter going direct is bringing you a brand new love interest. And with Uranus pinging off Venus and pinging off Mars, there's every potential that it could just happen like that. So we'll get more into that in the extended. If you want to join me there, Leo. If not, I will see you in Libra season. Bye, Leo.